Hello, everyone, and welcome to the 2026 rules package for the Lord Shanks Stockcar series. We are back after a very long hiatus that ended in season and race 2 of season 2. I will be honest here, I burnt myself out like quite a lot as well. Those speed weeks really did a number on me. But we are back. There's a lot of things I want to do with this series now, and we'll explain it after we go through the rules. Or you know what? We'll do it before we go into the rules. So I got really burnt out in between the first and the second race of the season. I actually ended up recording the qualifying session and the race for the third race of the season, Bristol. I forgot who won it, but it was an upset victory. I know that for sure. I was actually pretty impressed. But yeah, I actually still have the recordings. But there was a lot of stuff that happened with me and all that during that time. I was just really burnt out, and then all this other stuff happened, and it was just like, man, the series can't continue. I can't do it on a week by week basis, honestly. So I kind of stepped away from the hobby for quite a while, if you can't guess. But I've come back, thanks to my renewed interest, thanks to HSL Motorsports again. His series been continuing to thrive and do really well, and I hope that all of you that did like my series have gone on to watch his. He's definitely got a higher production value and a more engaging, series group of people. I really enjoy it. But in the meantime, I've been making changes to mine. The rules, I've practically kept them the same, but we'll still go over them. And then, yeah, my interest has just been renewed again. I actually bought a new camera. I was doing everything off of my phone and editing everything off of my phone. HSL does the same thing, but for me, it started to get a bit tedious with the editing, and then there was a hassle with recording it all the time. So I've actually gone ahead and bought a camcorder. Now, the camcorder obviously can't take photos, so I have to take photos using something else. So I got another camera, but I doubt I might use it. It's a 2002 Sony Cybershot. That's my other camera, not my camcorder. And we'll go back and use that. And the video quality for the camcorder should actually be good, because it can record up to 8K, but I'm going to record it only to 4K. So it'll have some much better quality, and yeah, it'll be quite good. It's just with my phone, there was just so many. It was just dumb. We're also planning on expanding the track sizes, because I really didn't like that they were scaled wrong, in my opinion. So the Launching 500 is definitely going to be a much longer track. I got a friend in the behind the scenes that's helping me out with that. We're definitely not ready to start racing soon, by the way. We hope to get that done mid to late February. Because that's just more realistic for me. There's a few cars I got to finish off for one of my friends that never got to compete in the last season due to all this. That we just never got to do anything. I still haven't even modded his cars. I got to do that. The only problem is he's got to talk to me first. So, I'll get in contact with him again today and see if he's up for it. And if he isn't up for it, then he'll probably miss the Shank 500. Everyone else's cars as well that were sent in during that time will return to the series as per normal. Your cars rarely saw any action after that race 3 that I recorded. Nothing bad happened to any of the cars. I made sure they're all okay. They're all safe, tucked away, and they're all in good hands. I've inspected them. But yeah, speaking about the field, I am reducing the size by even more. As being burnt out like what I was really bad. I'm literally going to get rid of majority of the teams that aren't owned by anyone. There's a number of teams that will be safe, but there'll be some that oh, pardon me. There's a number of teams that won't be safe, even though you would expect them to be safe. Um, Rush Racing is probably going to get cut down by a little bit. Hendrick Motorsports is going to be completely gone. That team is not going to survive. Um, Richard Petty Motorsports, I'm probably going to cut that down to only the 44 car. Completely gut that team out. The Dodge factory team, I'm going to get rid of that one. Because the Dodge factory team wasn't really. It was competitive in the very early races, and then after that, it was kind of Scott Riggs qualified once or twice, and then never again. Maybe Scott Riggs will come back here and there. Maybe he might attempt the Lorchang 500. I think that's fair for him. But nothing else other than that. There's more teams that won't make it. I just got to pull out the sheets as well. Luckily, I do have a lot of the old sheets for team names and drivers and all that, so luckily I remember all that in my head. I gotta find those other pieces of paper for them, and I'm gonna construct a new driver intro video. That'll probably be the first thing coming out soon. I'm probably gonna start working on that this afternoon, on the day of recording this, if I have the time. I think that's all I need to say for now. Get a lot of things off the top of my head. I'd like to apologize to a lot of those people. I also like to thank Mark from Cut Rock Creek. He still sends me little messages every now and then. He sent me a Christmas card last year, and it really meant a lot to me. From him, he's a really nice man, and it means the world to me. I actually consider him to be one of my best diecast friends out there, next to HSL Motorsports and James Clayman. Even though James and I haven't spoken in quite a while, I actually still consider James to be a very close friend in diecast world. He got me really into the modding scene early on, and made me his apprentice, basically, a protege. And I'd love to talk to him again. Oh, no, I might send him a little message, but we'll see. I'll send him the video. But I'd like to thank you guys a lot, and I especially like to thank the other people that did come in, and I like to apologize to them as well. That I screwed out quite early, so that'd be Julius Harris and their team. The only team I'm thinking of whenever I say that team is the Tar Blooders, but it isn't the Tar Blooders. But yeah, Jared Rodriguez, that's who it is, and their team, and Richie's team from HSL Motorsports as well. See, this is why I didn't know these people for so long, but I screwed them out because they entered in, and then the season was just done. But they'll definitely be there. And I'm not gonna fight around. And then I also like to thank Po Boy and apologize to him. Po Boy, he's a very good guy. He doesn't talk much, see him much in the comment sections, but I know he watches it, and I know he supports me, so I appreciate him quite a lot as well. And to all the others out there, Matthew Harding, Bam Mackay, and then all those others, I'd like to thank them and also apologize as well for all that. It's not right that I just dropped out like that without proper explanation, but we're back finally. 2026 season will be under the way. It'll be definitely a much more different season. Some tracks that never made an appearance ever will be in there. Martinsville. I planned Martinsville. Martinsville's going to be a bit of a weird one. Practicing that race with diecast cars got a bit hard. It's kind of just become what happened with the truck race at Sub 4RA. That Martinsville one's going to be a whole lot like that just split track all the way to the end, because the cars don't run it well without it. So it'll be a bit of a weird one. Not much action will go on, but it'll just be there. And yeah, I'd like to thank all of yous for some of yous having a interest in my channel still. But yeah, I still hope to do some of that video game stuff. But I want to bring back the diecast stuff now, so we'll see how we go. And now enough of me yapping. It's going on 10 minutes like this. Am I bleeding? No, I'm not bleeding. We'll look at our rules package. Here we go. So our rules package for launching stock car series, subject to change, obviously. So the rules are, a lot of them is practically the exact same. I don't know if I have changed anything, but most cars that are in the series are safe. I'm pretty sure everything's safe. So I've tried to make it to where no one has to do anything. So cars are limited to 4 per team, like they always were, with the option to have multiple satellite teams. They always were like that. Cars must fit a standardized body type. This contains sedans and coupes. Utes, vans, and etc. are not allowed. So a lot of cars are safe. Every car's safe, really. And cars must have no engine block or wings coming off them, unless that wing is a COT wing, which is an approved stock car body type. Every car is safe. The only car that I know isn't safe with engine blocks is, I believe, a HSL car that was sent as a backup car. I don't know if it was sent as a Carl Recco. I'd like to say Carl, maybe. It's a backup car for him, I believe, that has a massive engine block sticking off the back, off the front. That car is not approved at all. I believe he knows about that already. I believe I told him. Either way, if this is your first time finding out HSL, I apologize. Cars have no weight limit. Cars can be as heavy or as light as the owner likes. Again, as what I said in the very beginning of all this, if you abuse the rule, I will enforce a limit, but I actually have no way of measuring, so technically I can say I can enforce it, but who am I to keep the word to it? All types of graphites are allowed to be used on the car. Just be careful with liquids and let me know if you have used them, because I don't want to open up a package and liquid graphite or liquid tungsten. I think that's the other one that people use, not as graphite, but to hold cars together sometimes. And if I open up the bag and it looks like, as what good old Cut Rocket did, the grey goo incident where he had a plastic bag with a car in it that had, like, looked like it had popped. I don't want to see that, but just let me know if you're going to use that, so I can let you know if something horrid has happened to your car. Cars can be modified to fit the wheels used, i.e. fenders being shaved back. Obviously this is within reason, as if it were to stay, if it were, say, cut back 2 whole inches or so, I would probably not allow the car. So that's if the fenders just don't exist at all, and you just got this open wheel looking car. No car, I know a bunch of cars that actually do have shaved fenders. All of them are within rules, they are fine. I actually have to shave a fender on a car myself to send to HSL because the wheels, as small as they are, still hit the wheel guards, so I gotta shave that one back, which will be fun. I gotta use a diamond grinder or something on that shit. Cars cannot be off the ground for more than an inch. I'm estimating there. Cars, of course, need clearance. Cars, of course, need clearance, but they're not monster trucks. So again, no car breaks that rule because no car's like an inch off the ground. A few millimeters off, but not an inch or a good meter. Because we're not driving big trucks. If it were the truck series I was planning on doing, I would give leeway. But whatever. Car must have numbers on the roof or doors. Doesn't have to be both. It can also have it on the hood. I haven't specified the hood, but I allow that. If not, if you forget to put it on there, just let me know and I've got a paint pen. I'll just paint it on as horridly as possible because I can't write it properly neat. But yes, so that's just regular run of the mill rules, and we got qualifying rules. Not a single car is safe. If your car crashes or is it too slow, it will miss out on racing. Boo hoo. Go cry to your mother. or farther, whatever. Times will be gathered and put onto an Excel sheet, same with points, because the way I was doing points and times was probably the most inaccurate way as possible. If I can get Excel to do the averages for me, where you can sort out the points and the Excel with no errors whatsoever. Because I remember I messed up the points last season, the first season, sorry, with who was in last place. It's actually Carl Long, if I remember correctly. I think HSL pointed that one out. The final race of the season, however, is set by points. Only the top 40 or so cars may qualify. Yippee. Luocheng 500 as the top 20 from the previous season, guaranteed to start. That was the same as last time. If enough cars enters, the duels will be utilized. If not, regular qualifying will be used. I am trying to cut down the field this time so we do not run the duels, because the duels were so long. Obviously, there'll be cars that were like field fillers, like late speed and all that, that will stay in the series, but not everyone will. I might do an elimination. I can't do it because I wanted to do an elimination live stream. I remember that, and it never worked properly. YouTube just kept on throwing me some error every time I tried to live stream, and then I just can't live stream. So, yippee, no cars like that. So I'll just have to say you're out of the series. You won't see that. I'll just do that behind myself. So like Rick Ware Racing is going to be gone. Richard Petty Racing is going to be gone. Hold on. What other ones do we got? Del Macau, it's gone. Ernie Irvin's gone. Hermie Sadler's gone. Penske's gone. Kirk Shelmerdine is most likely gone. It's a lot of people gone. Anyway, we'll go to the race rules now. 4 laps per segment race. Winner goes to the main event, second place, 2 seconds, and so on. 7 to 8 cars per segment. Depends. Because I can't remember. I think it's 7. Most of them an 8 car and 1. Probably only 40 cars will qualify. I will see how I want it to go. The seconds, thirds, fourths, fifth, sixth, seventh, and eighth segments only run 2 laps. The main event runs 4, as per last time. If your car flips, lands on its side, it is out. If it goes over the line like that, it is still out. If your car crosses the line, then flips, it is not out and will continue to the next lap or segment. These rules are simple and easy to follow. I'll see you out there on the track. I forgot to enter in one rule. If your car falls off the track and lands on its wheels, it is not out. It will just be sent to the last place car on the segment. That one's a simple rule as well. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed that. I now need to get ready for driver introductions. I now need to cut down the field by a whole lot. And then I need to get my other cars ready for HSL Motorsports. There'll be a few changes. I do know Carl Recco will return to his previous car, the silver one. I had a lot of issues with that chassis. I will admit that, with that casting. That silver one liked to bottom out and launch other cars at the start gate. That caused me a lot of issues in the first season. But again, I'm not getting up anyone for that one. I aim to make the start gates a little bit more shallower or something like that over the season. I just need a plank of wood. I need to find some wood somewhere. There's a few things I need to get that'll sort us out. But that'll be fine for that one. And then yeah, because he won't be in that 21 car. I got to send that back to him. He's specifically asked me to send that one back to him, so I will do that for him. I need to send it back before March as well, and I need to wait. Yeah, there's a few things. This is some of the background stuff in my own team. I need to wait for a Hot Wheels car I ordered to arrive. 2 of them actually. To be mailed into HSL Motorsports. I am actually planning on entering in a few cars this season. And then, he's going to have 2 surprises. A few more surprises, actually. But he knows that Donald McSpladge will be joining as a part-timer. He won't be there all the races. I'm only going to have him qualify. I'm only going to have him attempt a few because I don't think he's going to be there for as long as what he is. The cars that he actually sent back to me, I'm retiring the stock car that was made by HSL for me. That won Indianapolis. I won my first ever diecast race ever in any series ever. I won. I'm gonna put that one on my shelf in a little box, maybe. I don't know where though. I gotta get a new shelf anyway. That car's gonna be nice. So I'm pretty happy for that win. I'm sad I missed that video, but that was a fallout of me falling back from the hobby. And then the Gavin McSpladge car and the Lord Shank car as well. Lord Shank's car is going to come to our series and basically replace the one I have. I don't know if I actually ended up replacing it with a new car. Oh no, he might become a backup then. And then Gavin McSpladge is also going to become a backup for someone. Don't know who. Probably for Gavin himself, if that current Dodge Charger he has ever dies. Which I'll be sad if that Dodge ever dies. Because I like that one. That Dodge is iconic. But other than that, that's really all I have. I've got to get to sorting out these cars. I'm probably going to whip out the boxes after this and basically say, you're out, 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 to a bunch of them. And let others in. Anyone that was entered in by, any car that was entered in by anyone who mailed them in, alright, oh, you're all safe. You're all safe. You're not getting taken out of the series. I will never do that. I'm not a certain American NASCAR YouTuber who also did diecast racing, who just didn't like slow cars or cars that could not make it on a track due to any form of issue that wasn't of their own doing. So all those cars will be in. That's good. And then all the other ones will be put through the Hunger Games. So I hope you enjoyed that. And have a good rest of your day, everyone. 2026 is going to be the year of Lord Shank. Bye-bye.